It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 3.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener through a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was hard to pop all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Stroud's, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Let's go.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves them with just 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Ready, set.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Ravens, nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Second down and 6 now from the 26. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out. right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They're complete to Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. Are things looking much rosier for him here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Stroud. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Ravens 18.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Stroud on 3rd down now. Rolling to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Nico Collins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
21. Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Raven offense heading out. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Looking deep here for Mechie. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Stroud out of the gun here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson now. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And Stroud now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Stroud. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Stroud and company going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Jackson on second down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Jackson going to run. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel? Or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was out in that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Flush to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. In motion right, one of the tight ends. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to...
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 32 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston set to take over. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Texans. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 79 yards. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right. But I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
We all just got a heck of a show, Carter. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in there?